What's up, YA Life Groups? So excited to get to talk to you guys about what's coming up in YA this month and through the rest of the year.
Yeah, guys, so one of the big questions we know you're having, or you will have very soon if you haven't asked it already, is what is our schedule going to look like for the holidays here? November, December, when are we taking breaks? When do we have off? What's happening? Well, we will tell you, so don't worry. What's gonna happen is at the end of this little October break that we take for YA night, we're gonna have 3 straight weeks of life group, ending with Friendsgiving, which Josh is gonna tell you more about on November 19th. But 3 straight weeks in November, and then a little break for Thanksgiving, and then you hop right back in. You have 3 straight weeks of life group in December before we take a longer break. That's gonna end with our YA Christmas social. So there's something to look forward to at the very end of all of these sort of runs of life groups. So you have a run of 3 weeks, break, 3 weeks, break, and then we are gonna take a longer break over Christmas for about 5 weeks. We do this 3 times a year to make sure everybody is rested and refreshed in order to lead their life groups well, because we wanna rest before we burn out, not after we burn out. So we take 5 weeks off in between Christmas and New Year's, and that is going to end on January 17th and 19th when we are going up to Winter Retreat at Crooked Creek. There's gonna be so much more info about that coming soon, but we have a lot to talk to you about already, so we're not gonna throw all of it on your plate right now. But that is your prospective schedule from November all the way through January. Do you feel like that covers it?
That covers it.
I think so. Can you tell us about Friendsgiving that's coming up very soon?
Friendsgiving, November 19th at 7 p.m. It's gonna be $5 for registration. Make sure you sign up. On there, you'll have a little list of things that you can bring. Just click one of them. We'll provide all the meat. You got sides and desserts, just pick any of them. Also invite your friends. This is gonna be a great time of community, great time just to invite as many people as you want. They don't have to be Christian, just invite whoever. Make sure if you do invite them, just send them that link and get them signed up. We'd rather be over prepared and bring more food than less, so just let us know.
We are gonna have so much meat, but not turkey, because that's for the day after. So bring your stretchy pants, bring your friends. It's gonna be great. The last thing we have for you is something we have instituted maybe a year ago, but it's good to remind you guys about, because maybe this is the first time you're hearing about. We have 2 what we call community practices for our life groups. And I'm gonna give you guys a challenge, and your life group leaders a challenge to incorporate this one sometime in the next 2 months. So what's a community practice? It's an intentional way of doing something important for our communal life as believers while we are together. So this practice is called honoring each other. Hebrews 3:13 says, encourage one another daily as long as it is called today, so that you may be preserved from the snares of the evil one. Encouragement is given to us as believers as a way of protecting ourselves from the advances of the enemy and steeling ourselves for the work of God in front of us. So in the middle of going to see family a ton and taking all of these sort of weird holiday parties and your schedule's kind of whack, it's just a good time to remember, hey, who am I? So what I want you to do is take time to honor each other. The way we do that is if you guys do this in groups, in small groups, or you go one at a time, whatever you guys want to do, the system doesn't really matter, but I need you to go to somebody else in your life group and say these words. Hey, I see God at work in your life here. And then fill in the blank. Honoring each other and encouraging each other is so much more than just flattering each other or saying nice things, because anybody can give a compliment. But we in a Christian community can say, hey, I see the God of the universe who has a relationship with you at work in your life, and I've noticed it and I want to point it out. So that's what we do when we say we honor each other. Whether you guys do this in a big group, or you guys go one by one, or you guys do this in small groups, it doesn't really matter, as long as you're creating a place in your life groups at one point in the next 2 months to sit down and say, hey, I see God at work in your life. So the encouragement piece, the encouragement is on you to give. We don't look at that verse and we say, okay, somebody else needs to encourage me more in my walk. Please, you guys got to encourage me. No, the command is for you to go and encourage others. But we also know in this Christian community, it is going to come back around because we're going to take care of each other. So that's the challenge. Honor each other. Do that community practice once over the next 2 months. But guys, that's all we have for you. Have a great week in your life groups. We are so glad you are with us, and we hope you have a great time together dissecting God's word and growing together.